Good morning, guys. It is Saturday, July 19th, and it is 6:14 a.m. right now. We've got a 7 to 10 mile run coming up. I had to get up early. Well, normally I get up at like 7, but, 7:30. But today I had to get up a little bit earlier because I'm going to a Zach Bryan concert later. And I'm so excited. But the concert is about 3 hours away from my house, so yeah, I'm pretty tired, but we're gonna head over, drive about 15 minutes to go to the area where I want to run, and we're just gonna go and we're gonna crush this thing. All right, I'll check in soon. I'm about to go start this run. My headphones are dead, so I have a 7 to 10 mile run with no headphones at all. So that's just gonna make it so much more fun. But I'm ready. It's okay. You can't expect to have headphones all the time, so gotta get used to it. Well, guys, I got 0.82 miles into it, and now I'm done. The other day, I was playing basketball by myself at my apartment. I just wanted to shoot around a little bit. And I was playing in my New Balances, and I pulled something in my knee. I knew that I did, and it hurt the last 2 days. Even this morning I felt it when I got up and walked around my house, but I thought I would be able to push through it, and I thought it wasn't going to bother me too much, but it bothered me a lot. And I felt it as soon as I took my first step running. But I told myself that I was going to push through it because you never know. Maybe one day at a race you'll get hurt and you have to push through it. But it's not worth it because I'm training. I'm not in a race right now. If I ever do a race and I get hurt in it, yeah, I'm going to push through. But when I'm training, there's no reason to try to push through a minor injury. And yeah, because say I push through this, right? Okay, I push through it to tell myself that I ran, 8, 9, 10 miles, which is something that I know I can do anyway. And I know that what my pace would be, most likely, if I did that, it would probably be around 8, or it would probably be anywhere from like 9:50 to 10:15. I already know what my numbers would be, so why? I don't have to prove anything to myself. I don't have to prove anything to anybody. So say I go out there, right? I'm like, oh yeah, these are my numbers. I did good even though I was hurt, blah, blah, blah. But now I can't run for 2 weeks, right? Then where does that get me? Nowhere. But if I have the discipline today to just stop, to say, okay, look, I know how I can run. I know what my numbers would be. There's no reason to keep going. I might as well recover, give myself a few more days, and then come back strong next week, right? Now, if I do that, now I can stay disciplined with my training. I can stay up to date with everything. I can stay consistent. But if I go out here and just try to prove something to myself that nobody else cares about, then I'm going to just prolong this and maybe turn it into an actual injury when it's just something minor. I'm really disappointed though. I was really looking forward to this. I'm really disappointed. But gotta adapt. In life, you have to adapt because we can plan all we want, right? We can plan all we want, but stuff does not always go to plan. And we can plan, but sometimes God might have different plans. There's that quote, man plans and God laughs. So we can plan everything out to a T, but at the end of the day, it's God who determines what will happen. Yes, we have free will. Yes, we can do what we want. But at the end of the day, what is for us will be brought to us from God. And when stuff like this happens, like, yeah, I'm really upset right now. I was really looking forward to this run. But when stuff like this happens, I just sometimes think, like, maybe God brought me back in, like, well, maybe God stopped this for a reason. Maybe this happened for a reason, right? Maybe God did this for a reason. Now, what could the reason be? All right, maybe this is an extreme, and this is an extreme, and when you say stuff like this, people are gonna laugh at you and be like, yeah, that probably wouldn't have happened. But I would rather look at life in the way that I look at it than in the way that many other people look at it, right? So here's my extreme. Maybe if I kept running today, I would have got hit by a car. I'm not saying I would have died, but I'm saying maybe I would have got hit by a car. And when you say that, people laugh. People are like, oh, no way, no. You can't think everything's God. You can't think everything happens for a reason, whatever. Okay, fair, but people get hit by cars when they go out for runs, don't they? It happens. It probably happens nearly every day. It happens a lot, you know? It happens. So me looking at this and saying, oh, maybe God doesn't want me to run today because I would have got hit by a car, and God knew that the only possible way to stop me today, the only way to stop me would be if my leg hurt so bad and I had to ask myself, is this worth it to keep going? Right? Or I don't know, or maybe after today my legs were gonna be sore for like 4 days and I wasn't gonna be able to get another good training session in. I don't know if that one really makes sense, but I'm just saying, you know, everything happens for a reason. Or maybe I would have got back to my car. Obviously not now. It would have been like an hour later, and hour 20 probably. And maybe on my way home, I got hit by a car, right? And people say that's an extreme, but how many car crashes are there every single day? How many people lose their life in car accidents every day? Right? So is it really an extreme? There's a chance. Every single time that you drive a car, there's a chance. So I truly believe that everything happens for a reason. That not only keeps me grounded, but it keeps me motivated, keeps me disciplined, and sometimes it keeps me sane and controlled. Especially in times like this where all I wanted to do was keep going. But I'm gonna be honest, right now my knee hurts so bad. And this really sucks, but it is better that I did what I did as opposed to pushing through. Because it's one of those feelings where you have less pain when you're actually using it, but then more pain when you stop. So like when I was running, I felt the pain and it hurt, but now that I've stopped, it is killing me. I wasn't going to post this, but I think I still am. And I think that the message is going to be adapt. Adapt, because life throws things at us and we have to adapt. I was listening to Sahil Bloom on Nick Bear's podcast. He was talking about this. He was talking about how life is about adaptation. We can plan all we want, but life happens. There's things that happen, and we need to adapt to them. We need to adapt because life is all about change. It's all about adaptation. It's all about seizing the opportunities when they come, because you never know when they're going to come. It's all about adjusting when something bad happens. It's all about navigation. Everything is adaptation. You never know how somebody's going to react to something that you say. Now you have to adapt. You never know how you're going to feel on a certain training day. Now you have to adapt to it. You might have an unexpected, big financial expense, you have to adapt, right? It's all about adaptation. And today, I had to adapt. My leg hurt. So now what am I going to do about it? All right, I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to do back and arms. Because I was going to do that anyway. But I am adapting. I was going to spend less time in the gym because, like I said, I'm going to the concert later. I don't have too much time today. So I was going to spend a short amount of time in the gym, then go get ready for the concert. But my run did not go as planned, clearly. So now I'm going to adapt and I'm going to spend more time in the gym. Get more done. This sucks, though. This is like the first quote-unquote injury that I've had while running. It wasn't even from running. It was from me playing freaking basketball by myself at my apartment. Oh, so stupid. I'm mad at myself. But like I said, everything happens for a reason, and now we adapt. It sucks. It does. Of course it does. But we just got to move forward. And I'm just so mad because it's July 19th. I have a race in 20 days. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready. And the training session today was exactly what I wanted, exactly what I needed. I'm not ready for this. I can easily go out there and do a 10K. I'm sorry, not easily, but I can easily go do it. My mood just totally switched up. But I can easily go out there and do it. But I want to compete. I don't want to just merely do these races. I want to compete. I want to actually try to win. I know I can't run a 6K in 34 minutes like the winner's going to get. Or a 10K in 35, whatever minutes like the winner's going to get. But I want to compete. I want to break the top 100, break the top 50. I want to compete, man. Really, really do. And this is really frustrating. But we adapt. We move forward. All right. I still have 20 days. Is that how long I said? Yeah, 20 days until the race. So call it 18 days of training because I'll probably take 2 days off before the race at least. And then I need like 4 days of rest, so that's 14 days of training. So I have 2 weeks of training left. That's what you're saying. 2 weeks of training left. As long as my leg feels good. 2 weeks of training, so I don't give a damn. I'm going to train 10 out of 14 days. In that 2 weeks, man. I have to. I'm going to. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry for getting a little bit bipolar there. But I'm just upset. But like I said, the message is adapting. So I'm adapting to this. And now I might have to adapt and have 2 weeks of higher training volume. And my legs are going to feel horrible. In a good way, though, because they're going to be sore. They're not going to be injured. But yeah, so we are adapting to this situation. I'm going to have a great night at the concert. And hopefully I will check back in with you guys for a run within 3 or 4 days. I hope. But if not, I'll definitely make another video at some point about something. So if anybody made it this far, thank you guys for watching. Peace.